All right. Wait a minute now. You're saying you want us to deal with a pig problem? Leonard said. We were sitting in the agency office, just me and Leonard, along with an economy-sized woman in a colorful flower-patterned muumuu and house shoes. She looked as if she might take a bite out of your ear. She had thick and bright false teeth, and in my view, wasn't afraid to use them. It's a hog, sizable, keeps attacking the family, the woman said. My kids, 3 of them, another one, Cheryline, doesn't live at home, so she's pig-free. I hardly knew her father. I was pretty wild once, used to drink a lot. But that's a different story, and you don't want to hear about that. She paused, perhaps hoping we did want to hear about it, but we offered no encouragement. I found the fly on Brett's desk to watch. The moment passed for her story. The fly had its moment as well and flew off. She said, all the kids are afraid of Porky. That's what we named him. One time Porky humped my leg like a dog. I had to let him finish because he wouldn't let go. He was kind of soothed afterwards, so I was able to escape with a wet leg and all of me still intact. Big as he was, wonder he didn't push me down. But he's quite agile and he can stand on his hind hooves. He was more of a show then. He put on some weight since that lovesick moment. I bet that son of a bitch tops out at 400 pounds. Still gives me the love eye when he catches me hurrying from the house to the pickup. The kids go to catch the school bus or come home on it. They got to run like wild horses to keep Porky from getting to them. Goddamn bastard ate my daughter's cat, Tulip. And that cat was sizable and a scrapper. Seen Tulip whip a good-sized dog once, but that hog ate on Tulip like she was an ear of corn. Sometimes, to get the kids on the bus, Baby Darling, that's my youngest girl, owner of the cat, also the fastest of the kids, even though she's short-legged, will put herself out there first and run around the house. Oh, Porky falling. That gives the other kids time to run to the bus, and then Baby Darling will beat it to the bus just before the driver closes the door. She'll just in time, you know, she's a brave little scamp. Lady, we're a private detective agency, not swine management, I said. There's got to be someone else to talk to, American Pig Patrol or something. Besides, how much are you willing to pay for Leonard here to catch that pig and throw him in the can? Leonard said, I'm not catching no damn pig. If Jim Bob Luke was here, he'd catch him. He used to raise those things. He could teach it to drive you to work. He's not here, and he's retired from pig business, I said. I have a little disability pension, she said. I work cleaning houses, but it's not a daily job. Hog catcher is not really our bailiwick, I said. So no help, the woman said. Me and my kids have to live in terror from the neighbor's hog. Officially, Leonard said, I don't work here no more. You talked to the neighbors about it, I said. Yep, called the sheriff's department too. Sheriff's deputy came out and tried to herd it back into the pen, but he wasn't much of a herd dog. He got pulled in the mud and bitten. Understand he filed a suit against the hog's owners, the planters, who are cousins of mine, by the way. But no action was taken that I know of. Like me, the sheriff is a cousin to the planter, so he's a cousin to me. He's more closely related to the planter family tree than I am. I don't know if he's a branch of it or a root. I think he'd known the call came in from me. He wouldn't have done anything on account of, I figured they were interbred enough one could take a shit for the other one. The other thing is we don't live close enough to the city limits for the city cops to take the matter in hand. The planters being your cousins, I said, couldn't they just do you a solid, put the pig up? And they live next door, Leonard said. What are the odds? It isn't because we feel great warmth toward one another. They're cousins quite a few times removed. I haven't got any pull with them. I just like to get the hog corralled and pinned up and the pen made stouter. Planters are like a bunch of hillbillies from a cartoon. That hog goes in their house and they let it. It don't bother them none. One time I looked out my kitchen window, and my kitchen window's close enough to their house I could see through the big old living room window. There they were on the couch watching TV, and that big-ass hog was sitting on the floor by them. For them, it's a house pet. For us, it's a pork chop terror. Was the show they were watching Green Acres, I asked. What? She said. Never mind. I don't see how this is anyone's job but the planters, Leonard said. The woman tapped her pocketbook on her leg. I got $200 if you nab it, $300 if you kill it. If you kill the neighbors or their kid, I can come up with something more. But I don't want it to look like I was involved. Damn, Leonard said, the rural life is even more savage than I remember. Hell, we aren't all that rural, she said. We live on the edge of town, sit on the porch at night, slapping mosquitoes, and we can see the lights from the board. Or we used to sit. The hog roaming around, we'd stay tight. inside now. Wait in the house, look out the window, to know if we can make a run for our transportation. Come on, help a lady out. You picking it up or not? I thought, grab a pig, take 200, do not pass go. Me and Leonard had grown up country boys and had been around a few pigs, some by birth, some by personal transformation. So we weren't without some experience in the matter. I looked at Leonard. Leonard looked away, adopted an expression that indicated he had heavy thoughts on his mind that had nothing to do with pig hustling. Oh, all right, I said, but we're just nabbing the hog, not killing anyone, and that includes Porky. We, Leonard said. I was just funning about all that killing, she said. I just wanted caught and put up, maybe sent to a good pig school or something. I got the feeling she hadn't been funning. She told us a little more about Porky and her situation. We took her name, Belinda Grant, got information, location, took her check, and set about getting ropes at my house for pig nabbing. In my garage, while I was coiling the ropes over my shoulder, Leonard said, what kind of low have we dipped to? Brett saw your investigations and swine control, I said. I mean, hell, Leonard, we got nothing else going on, and with Brett gone for a while, we got to find something, pay the bills, Last gig got us enough money that we could hire someone to pay the bills. But we won't. That would be lazy. I'm okay with lazy, Leonard said. We took the woman's money, and I bet that was lunch money for her kids. You took it. I didn't. I never said I'd do shit. What'd she say? She had 4 children? I wasn't the one fucking her, so I'm short on feeling sorry for her, Leonard said. That many kids, little heathens, ought to strip naked, put on some war paint, get some rocks and 2x4s, hunt that hog down themselves. They'd save $200, and they'd have a nice supper. They wanted, they could sell some of the meat. I could give them a recipe for some good sauce. Shit, another idea is human sacrifice might appease it. A kid a day for 3 days to appease the hog gods. If they could get the grown kid home, Belinda could offer her up as well. I just looked at him. Don't do that, Hap. Do what? You know what. Do not. Look at me like I'm a heartless asshole. If the asshole fits, that's all of it.
Oh my God, that's fantastic, Joe. That was awesome. Thank you.